What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting off the video actually trying to wash my cars inside of the garage at the house. The garage has like the slightest little bit of slope inside to where most of the water runs out, but I wanted to get a squeegee so that I could squeegee the rest out, and I just picked one up at Lowe's. I was worried it wasn't gonna fit inside the Century, but thankfully I have the pass-through in the seat, so I was able to pick it up and it fits just fine. I'm at so we did Sam's car. Came out really good. Not too bad for a garage car wash. I'm gonna try and do this thing. Don't really have enough room to get the front and the back, so I'm leaving it sticking out. But she has been in need of a wash for a while. Thankfully, Sam has a bunch of cleaning stuff already, so we're gonna utilize that, plus just a garden hose, some griots, and some griot snow foam. She also has a little foam cannon for a hose, which is actually perfect. So obviously I don't have the pressure washer or anything like that I do back at the compound, but I grew up using hoses, so this is no stranger.
My whole arm is bruised.
Oh yeah, did we film that? Did we talk about that?
No, we haven't talked about that.
So Sam works at a pet resort / vet clinic, and she had an incident earlier this week with a dog that bit her pretty friggin' bad on the arm. So she's all stitched up, chilling behind the camera.
This was a bite from me trying to take the dog's mouth off of my arm. So he got me all in this area. So the nerves are pretty damaged, but there's no stitches. But this is probably the worst one. You can see all the bruising. This is about, I think, what was it, 4 stitches?
Yeah, 5 total.
Yeah, 4 there, and then there's 1 up here on the one behind the bandage.
Now
We both got injured boys.
Injured thumbs. Injured thumb game. Well, not the easiest angle to film both vehicles. Once I get some more stuff, it'll be a little better, but they're looking good. Well, I kid you not, I was gonna film a clip about these, and I just moved the trash can, and I looked down here, and there's a little friggin' snake in my office. What the fuck? Like, bro, what are you doing in here? There's nothing to eat. All right, well, I'm gonna put him back outside, and then I'll talk to you guys about these. Snake is outside, all safe. But what I was trying to say is the posters of the Century have arrived. I remember in the last video I touched briefly that I had a really limited run of prints made of the Century, and I wanted them to be as good as I physically could make them, just because the car turned out so amazing. And they came in and they look absolutely insane. I wanted to show a couple extra features of the car as well, like the back seats and the folding down chair and everything, and just a nice close-up of the wheels and stuff, just some accents. But the overall picture of the car is so good, and that fucking lens flare, like, I'm pumped on these. I'm so pumped on these. This is gonna be a limited run of posters. All of them will be signed. I only have 200 of them, and they will be dropping this Friday, September 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I took a little step back from making products this year because I wanted to focus on a little bit more life stuff, but when I came back to making them, I wanted to make sure I made some good stuff. So I am through the moon pumped about these. Pick one up. It would look amazing next to the NSX poster if you guys picked that up. I have that on the wall in my office here, and it just looks so nice on the wall. But stay tuned for Friday, and thank you guys so much. I've been dealing with something for a very long time now, and that is me being too hard on myself when it comes to the videos that I put out and try to produce for you guys all the time. The videos that I post on the internet are maybe 5% of the things that I do throughout every single day, throughout every single month. And it's because I'm too critical of a person. And I think that the other stuff that I do during the day is not cool enough for content, not cool enough for anything, so I just don't film it. And that's the main reason as to why I don't post a lot, and I really, really want to change that. The other part of it is me not really having enough time, but aside from that, I think that's my New Year's resolution for 2024, going into next year, is to just post as physically much as I can, regardless of what's going on. If it's cool and it's related to cars and it's related to stuff that I love, I'm gonna fucking post it. I don't care about view counts or anything like that. I just wanna make more content. So that's what I'm doing today. I got two cars that need work. The biggest one is the NSX. My NSX has a major issue going on with it, and I have not been driving it a lot this year because of that. I've just been too worried about something failing and crashing, and I'm just over it. I need to get what's broken fixed. I have to send it out and get it repaired. So let's go get the car, bring it into the shop. I discovered my power steering rack is bad. Now, you guys remember in the last video, I was going over this thing on the lift. I was convinced that my inner tie rod on this passenger side was bad. Ended up swapping it out and then didn't continue the video from there because, of course, as soon as I took it out of the shop and went to go drive it, it was still clunking. At that point, I was just like, screw this, I don't want to deal with this right now, and I put the car away. And I did a bunch of research and I found out that it's an extremely common issue for manual steering rack NSXs and the power steering NSXs to have failing racks. There's bushings that go inside of the rack, and over time those get hammered on by hitting bumps and stuff, and the bushings wear out, and the rack needs to be dissected and the bushings replaced, put back together. And the only company that I could find that specialized enough in this stuff was a company called NSXRackRepair.com. And I actually found them through the NSX Prime Facebook page, and a bunch of the guys recommended them to me, so I reached out to them, and it turns out they actually watch my channel and they watch my videos, which is very, very cool. Super down to earth, awesome, genuine people, and it's really nice that they specialize in all of the weird, quirky things with NSXs, because they definitely have some quirks. So if you have an NSX and you need your rack repaired, if you're having crazy clunking issues, these guys are the guys to do it. They also do EPS control unit services, and they even sell OEM NSX tie rods, inners and outers, which, if you remember in the last video, I said they're kind of a pain to find. I should have gone through these guys. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to their website and their Facebook page, along with their YouTube channel. They make a lot of content, and I watched their video on how to take this rack out. So I'm going to utilize these new skills that I just learned and take this rack out so that I can send it to them. I gotta say, one of my all-time favorite features about this car is that it has a center pinch weld jack point. It took me half the time to get this thing on jack stands. That's the little sprinkles of race car elements with this thing. First thing that I have to do is basically disassemble the entire battery tray area and drop that down from under the car. I'm gonna just get after it, start taking stuff out. Hopefully we can have this thing out pretty soon. Piece number one. Piece number 38. All right, got the battery and everything out. So now go down under the car and take this entire aluminum tray off. Okay, got the cradle out, and the entire, I guess, trunk engine bay is gutted, nothing in there. Took the Type S out, got all my bits over here. Now the next step is to actually get into the interior and disconnect the steering column shaft from the power steering rack. So just so happens that I got myself absolutely filthy on the floor before I get to crawl into my nice interior. So great planning, Mike. Okay, I didn't end up filming it just because it's way too awkward to cram a camera in there, but like I said, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the video that NSX Rack Repair made on how to take one of these racks out if you guys are ever curious. They did a much better job filming it more in depth, but basically I had to get up under here and disconnect the 2 bolts for this universal joint to separate the steering column from the power steering rack. Now, the power steering rack is not connected to anything. I can go ahead, get under the car, take the tie rods out of the knuckles, and also take the power steering rack off of its mounts. So we are all done in there for now. Probably gonna need my phone. Now we're gonna come over here, pop these tie rods off on both sides, and then get under the car and do the main mounts. Okay, what I ended up doing was just disconnecting the inner from the outer tie rod. It was much easier than wailing on the ball joint for an hour. Plus, I'm starving. I need food really, really bad. I did not eat lunch today. But yeah, last step, the steering rack mounts, the bushings. So zap those out. I believe they're all 14s, but I'm gonna get under there and just go to town, drop this thing out, and then we can ship it out to NSX Rack Repair, the only people that should be fixing your power steering racks. See if this works. Time to get filthy. Get over here, you piece of shit. Looks like I need to use hand tools. Just when I think I have a leg up, I don't. How does this floor get so disgusting? I literally have not been in here in so long. Hey, don't forget to buy that poster. Love you guys. Just might be ready to come out. I'm gonna try and brace myself to not get thwacked in the face. It's a thick ass boy. Rack. Oh, that was my back. You hear that? And just like that, power steering rack is out of the car. It's not that crazy looking once it's out of the car. Like, it's just a manual rack. There's no hydraulics or anything to it. It's just got a bunch of steel and brass bushings inside of it, and they're on both ends of the rack. And over the years, hitting bumps and potholes and stuff, the bushings just wear out and they cause this horrible, absolutely horrible noise. So I'm gonna get this boxed up, sent out to NSX Rack Repair. They have a crazy quick turnaround time, 3 to 5 days. That's awesome. I can have this thing back by next week and hopefully back in the car, and I can just keep enjoying this thing. For now, I'm gonna leave her chilling in here. She's in good hands, good place, you know, all that stuff. I'm fucking filthy, covered. I get to drive the Century home like this. I'm gonna go wash up, change this shirt, and be back again tomorrow. It's the next day, and the NSX's rack has been sent out to NSX Rack Repair. I'm glad I was able to chat it up with those guys and find the perfect place to send my rack to, and I'm so fucking excited to be able to drive that car and not have these absolutely horrible noises coming from the front end. It made the car absolutely friggin' undrivable. Did not want to take it anywhere. I drove it to work once, and after that I was like, nope, I'm gonna park it. So I'm very excited to be able to drive that car again. But right now I have both of the Century wheels in the back seat, and that's because both of them have issues. Before you guys go and flame Chamorro Boy for anything, it's my fault. When I had the wheels built, he had some barrels laying around that had previous crack repairs done to them, so they were welded up. I was able to get them for a deal, and that's why I opted for it, and
lo and behold, the cracks ended up failing. One of them really badly. Thankfully, I wasn't really driving when it happened, but both of the barrels on these wheels need to be replaced. And thankfully, I have both barrels on the way. So hopefully I can get them fixed soon. But it's just been one thing after another. I am on my way to my buddy Eric's shop because the tire machine that we have at the compound cannot get these super low pro stretch tires off these wheels. And Eric is always the plug for anything when it comes to crazy stretch tires and stuff. So I'm gonna head over there, we're gonna get these off, and then I can rebuild these when the barrels come in. Eric to the rescue once again. Hell yeah. Some of you guys might recognize this. The old stomping grounds. It's funny, I remember when I was trying to front end swap the LS400 and I had that giant pallet delivered right here with the entire Century front end in it, and now I have one. It's kind of funny. Look in here. Huh. Same old, same but different. A little nostalgia trip.
Huge shout out to Eric once again for taking the tires off of these wheels. But now I can go out and get the wheels disassembled so that when the new barrels come in, I can put them back together, get them back on the road as quick as possible. Before I do that, I put one of the Century posters in the frame that I have in the office, and look at this. Got both these guys in here. God damn. That shit said see you later. But I'm gonna take these barrels off. I got Aiden's trusty spinner here that he sent me a couple years ago. I'm gonna set these guys up, then just take all the hardware out, separate the faces and the lips from the barrels, and then these will be ready to go for when the new boys come in. Now that I got the face out, all that's left to do is take a razor blade and cut in here where the sealant is. It goes all the way around. So I'm going to do that, and then after that you can just split them both apart. You can see little tiny crack formed again. Thankfully these are super easy to take apart. Let me know if you guys want a full in-depth wheel rebuilding video, kind of like a how-to video for anyone that is kind of curious on the whole process. I'd love to do one. I've done quite a few now and understand it pretty damn well, so let me know down in the comments. Guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm going to start diving into the next video. I promise, I really do, that I'm going to try my very hardest to upload more. I really want to. Between stuff going on with the Century, stuff going on with the NSX, and actually stuff going on with the Supra coming up very, extremely soon, there's going to be a lot of stuff to cover, and I'm very excited for it. This car might be two-faced right now, having Century wheels and stock wheels on one side and the other, but
it'll be back to its perfect self just in a few days. Like I said, let me know if you guys want me to make that wheel rebuilding video. I'm definitely down to do it. And please, if you're interested in one of them, hop in the description and pick up one of these Century prints that just dropped as this video got up. It would mean the world to me, and it would be really, really cool to see the car on all of your guys' walls. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon.